Today's topic is acne. Welcome to International Academy Germanische Heilkunde by Dr. Hamer, MD. My name is John Holledauer. At GHK Academy, I am responsible for representing the original seminar program, according to Dr. Hamer, in the English language. The dermis is controlled by the cerebellum, which is part of the old brain. The conflict content with the dermis is the attack, the defilement, the disfigurement conflict, but also violation of my integrity. The dermis causes symptoms like melanoma, athlete's foot, body odor, tuberculosis, and acne. We must learn to understand medicine from our history of development. The dermis originates from the time when our ancestors left the primordial sea and conquered the land. The dermis has the task of protection, for example, protecting from sharp stones. Suppose one suffers a corresponding conflict by attack or defilement, etc. In that case, our body starts a sensible biological special program in order to iron out again this injury of my integrity. The dermis makes cell multiplications to build the wall thicker to the outside to better protect me against further such attacks in the future. So we have cell multiplication in the conflict active phase, as in all SBS controlled by the old brain, and herein is the biological sense. Mother Nature helps us here immediately after the conflictive event. Intention. If this attack conflict or defilement conflict is not solved, this cell proliferation becomes bigger and bigger, and one is then quickly diagnosed by the dermatologist with skin cancer, melanoma. If I can resolve this conflict, the cell division stops, and the cell plus, which is now no longer needed, will be decomposed by the associated microbes, the mycobacteria, in a tuberculous, ulcerative and decaying manner. You can think of it as an apple that rotting and decaying. Also, every tuberculous healing phase stinks. So this tuberculous pus of the dermis is a healing phase symptom. At the end of the healing phase, the dermis is scarred. It may be that the scar remains visible for life, like any scarring. But this doesn't actually matter. The one has a crooked nose in the face, the other has some scars. Now you can already guess what acne is. It is the hanging healing of a defilement conflict. A recurrence of the defilement conflict. It occurs via tracks, and the dermis makes cell plus again. Then you get off the track again, and the acne lump will be cleared tuberculously again. In, out, in, out. But why are mainly teenagers affected by acne? It is related to the awakening of their sexuality. The teenager become interested in the opposite sex and therefore start spending hours in the front of the mirror. Am I pretty enough? Now, all it takes is a small pimple, and the sheer horror grabs the teenager. A pimple, that makes me feel disfigured in the face, and with this the second pimple appears. The teenager, no, a second pimple. He now gets into a so-called vicious circle. If he enters the healing phase with an acne knot, he suffered a recurrence with a new acne knot. The more time he spends in front of the mirror, the worse it gets. What would be the therapy here? The therapy would be to let acne be acne. Avoid the track, that is, ban the mirrors. He should also not fiddle around in his face lost somewhere in his thoughts. The best thing to do is to grab this teenager, take him to an alp pasture where there are no mirrors and no people, and explain to him how things are working. After a week maximum, he will see for himself how the acne have cleared up. But a violation of the integrity is also when an impotence is thrown into your face. So if the father calls his daughter a slut, this too can cause chronic acne. I hope I was able to share some light on acne for you. Continue to study Germanische Heilkunde patiently. It can be inspiring. See you in the following video. Goodbye.
Germanische Heilkunde is considered by those who have understood its underlying principles to be the most significant discovery in known human history. While conventional medicine is based on more than 5,000 hypotheses, Germanische Heilkunde can be proven at any time to be the only medicine that is scientifically verifiable. With Germanische Heilkunde, for the first time in recorded human history, there is a scientifically verifiable medicine for each patient case. More than 30 medical universities have already confirmed this in the past. Still, Dr. Hamer's discoveries have been suppressed and denigrated for over 40 years. Take your health into your own hands and learn Germanische Heilkunde while you are still healthy. For this purpose, the GHK International Academy offers you an extensive program of seminar tutorials from the basics through the organ level to the psychoses. This seminar program will change your relationship with your body and your health once and for all. You will find the direct link to the homepage of the GHK International Academy below the video.